Hello, Just Too Good here, back with another review, and today we're reviewing the highly anticipated LEGO DC Comics Superheroes 2015 Justice League set. It's set number 76025. It's called Green Lantern vs. Sinestro. Has 174 pieces, 3 minifigures, and retails for $20 in the United States. I got this from Walmart.com, and now let's take a look at the packaging. So here's the box for the set. You got the front and the back. It is that $20 box size that I really love. You got one comic book. And you got one instruction booklet, which has some advertisements for 2015 sets, nothing new. And also on the back of the comic book shows the 2015 minifigure checklist for DC superheroes. So we're finally getting a Green Lantern, and this one is updated from that 2011 San Diego Comic-Con design, which was the only other physical Green Lantern minifigure released. And you can see how well this guy came out. He looks fantastic. He has even some boot printing, but it's kind of not really printing. What they did was they printed his pants right there, so it makes it look like he's wearing boots, which I think is pretty clever. They've done that before with a few other minifigures. You can see his back right there, and his face has kind of an updated look from that 2011 version because it has kind of shading to his mask, which looks pretty cool. And you can even see on the back right there, which looks nice. And here is Sinestro. And this is the first time we're ever getting a LEGO Sinestro, and you can even see his weapon is very cool because it has that Technoblade piece from Ninjago 2014 sets. But the minifigure is very, very well done, except for one part, which is his hairpiece. His hairpiece should have had those little ears that he had, which are kind of pointy ears, which is seen in the game, which they could have just taken that Series 3 LEGO minifigure's elf hairpiece and then color it to fit his skin color and his hair color. But they didn't do that, but still, the rest of his printing is really well done, including his face, which is double-sided, his torso, which is double-sided, and then his legs, which are pretty cool, and they also have that kind of pseudo-boot printing. And you can see on the back right here, he has some designs there, and his back face, he's kind of just has an angry look, but he's not showing any teeth. So that's going to be very useful. And that is it for this minifigure. Very well done. And here is the Batman in the set. It is Spacesuit Batman. And you can see his torso print right there is new and exclusive to this set, as well as his face printing right here. And he does have the new 2015 cowl piece, but in that kind of flat silver. And you just kind of attach it to his head like that. And his wings are very soft. They're not like in hard plastic material, which is a little bit disappointing. But they do give you an alternate version of it where it's all folded up. So I guess that is kind of makes up for the soft plastic. And they also give you an alternate face right here, which I'll show the design of the two alternate pieces later. But let's take a look at this version. And you can see his back little wings right here. They have the same printing front and back. And how they're attached is basically they put this piece right here. And you just kind of take this off. And you can see this little piece right here, which is a very nice piece that I haven't seen before. And it's basically this kind of clear neck piece with these two studs right here. So that's a very, very cool new mold, which you attach to the neck like that. And you can see his back torso printing. And he has no back face printing, unfortunately. But I wanted to show the alternate design, so let's just put this back on. And then we'll take the folded wing piece, put it like this. Stick it on there like that. And then we'll put his alternate face, which is just the one that they've been using since 2012, so no updated face print there. And you can see right there, he looks very cool, so I like how that came out. And that's a nice design. And now on to the build itself. So here are the builds of the set. You got the Green Lantern ship, this little beacon with a lantern inside, and then the super jumper. So of course, if you want to see how the super jumper works, we'll just put Batman on it right here, and all you have to do is snap him on there, and you just kind of push this on the back, and he goes flying. So nothing really special there. I mean, I played with it a little bit in the Gorilla Grodd Goes Bananas review, and it's like, it's alright. But, speaking of stuff that is just alright, none of these builds are like that, because I actually like how these builds came out. I think they're pretty solid. And first we'll take a look at the beacon. And like I said, this holds this little lantern inside here. But it also has a play feature to it. So here's just a 360 view. And the beacon itself is designed after the Yellow Lantern design, which is what Sinestro's costume is based off of. And all you have to do is push this little printed dish right here with the Yellow Lantern symbol. And the front flap opens like that. So that's a pretty cool little design. And it will keep on falling down unless you push this part back up like that. So inside you can see there is this lantern. And it's a pretty cool build. It matches the design in the comics pretty well for not using any new molds or anything like that. So I like how that design came out, and you just kind of put it back in right here. And here is the Green Lantern ship itself. Very sleek design, and I like it now that I have it built than when I first saw it at San Diego Comic-Con 2014. You can see it does have some nice pieces on it, including this printed little slope piece right here, as there are no stickers in this set. That has a little Green Lantern logo on it. And even these translucent tails for ships, which have not come in any other sets in that color. And these little 8-wide triangular little ship wings, which have not come in any sets in that green color. That's very sweet, and we'll take a look at the front first. So let's go to the front. And there's that nice printed piece. And in the middle, you got this little cockpit, which is very snug to fit one minifigure, because you got these two little studs at the end right there. All you have to do is connect the ends of their legs with the studs, and you can see one minifigure fits in there very, very well. And you may be wondering what those two little rods are right there. Well, that actually plays a part in the play feature. So all you have to do is close the cockpit like that, and those rods are actually 2 missiles. So they use those new push missiles, which are very, very violently or very hard when you shoot them. But this one is very, very cool on how you get to shoot them. All you have to do is move this engine to the far left or far right, and they will shoot out. So, see that one shot? That was the one on the right. And then another one shot right there. They went so fast you couldn't even see them come out, but those 2 missiles did shoot out. And for the rest of the vehicle, you got this back area right here. And as I said, these wing pieces in this green color are actually exclusive to the set. And you got those 2 stud shooters right there, which of course if you push one, it'll shoot a stud out. So you got lots of shooting things on this vehicle. And then on the bottom, there's not much going on, but it's still a very slick design. And for a $20 set, very nice vehicle with cool play features. And now let's go on to final verdict. Overall, this is a very well done $20 set, but that's kind of what you'd expect from the LEGO Superheroes line. There's lots of great $20 sets with 3 minifigures, and this will go on as one of the best, and maybe even the best from DC, because I think this probably even tops the Power Armor Lex set. The value in this set is very, very good because you get 3 exclusive minifigures for $20. You get 2 solid builds. I like the beacon build right here. I really like the ship build for Green Lantern. Sure, Green Lantern isn't really known for his ship, but what they made out of making the spaceship for Green Lantern, it looks very, very good, especially for the $20 price point. I like some other touches in this set, like I like Batman having 2 modes to him. He has this landing mode and this flight mode, and 2 different face prints included in this set with 2 different face pieces. And also, the inclusion of Sinestro and Green Lantern, which are 2 really sought-after minifigures, or minifigures that people really wanted over the years, is going to make a lot of people buy this set. And that's for a good reason. Both sets, or both minifigures, are very, very well done, along with the spacesuit Batman minifigure. Only problem I have with any of the minifigures is that Sinestro does not have that little hairpiece that he used in the game, or one similar to that, which they could have easily recolored the elf piece from LEGO Minifigures Series 3 and make it appropriate to his skin color for his ears, and then the hair color for his hair. And it would have looked much better than having just that widow's peak hair in black, which is so common nowadays that I have a billion copies of that. It would have been like they went above and beyond. But other than that, they have great builds in here, great pieces, and the value is pretty good. You get 175 pieces for $20. So I rate this set an A. The only problems I have with it is Sinestro. I mean, the price per piece ratio isn't perfect, and other than that, really, really good set. So that's it for now. Stay tuned for more reviews. I'm pretty sure I'll have another review up at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or around that time. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.